Hey everyone, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Vojchehoske and welcome to Nebraska Landlords YouTube channel, where my mission is simple. That's to enhance the landlord-tenant relationship. Hey, this video today is sponsored by that red subscribe button. So give this video a thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, click on the notification bell, and click all, so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So today's video is entitled, Politics and the Landlord Business. It's interesting. So I put out a video the other day on LB 1038, which would substantially change the way we do business in Nebraska if it would have passed. So I had some pushback from some groups and individuals that are landlords, and I was a little taken back by that. So I needed to clarify my position on things and why I did this video. So there are, throughout the state of Nebraska, there's about 10 landlording groups, if you will. They all look a little bit different. You have the Metro Omaha Property Owners Association here. You have the Lincoln Landlord Association. There's a group in Hastings. There's a landlord group in Kearney. There's a small group in Scotts Bluff. There is a couple of small property management groups that meet. There is the apartment association. You have the commercial owners, property owners, which want absolutely nothing to do with landlord-tenant issues whatsoever. Then you have the realtor organizations and their local boards, and they don't like to get their hands dirty at all on landlord-tenant issues whatsoever. They will occasionally oppose a bill here and there, even though that they do have members that are property managers, and probably half of their membership are landlords themselves. They don't like it. Landlord is a dirty word. Let's just face it. The term landlord has a negative connotation. So I put out this video, and I had a friend of mine that works for a lobbying firm down in Lincoln. Her and her husband is a property owner as well. And she's like, Paul, this bill is dead. Yeah, it is. It may be this particular bill that was carried over for 2021, but a couple of weeks ago, I was at a function here in Omaha, and a state senator from North Omaha was speaking, and I asked specifically about a couple of these bills, including 1038 and 268, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. And he publicly stated that these bills are never dead because these are human rights issues, right? Think about that. So you have an advocate that's in the state Senate that believes passionately in these types of bills. He said they're not going away. If we don't get it passed this year, it'll be passed next year or the year after that. As long as I'm in the legislature, I'll use any means because it's a human right, including if the bill dies. I'm not opposed to weaponizing the filibuster and get some of this stuff through the amendments of other bills. I don't know how that process works. I don't care. You have a state senator that says that publicly. I listen. Okay, so don't give me this crap that this bill is already dead. None of these bills are dead. I have a list right here I got from the realtors lobbyist. There's I don't know, there's a couple of dozen major bills that impact our industry directly and many others indirectly. How many of you have heard about these bills that are landlords or property managers? No. You know, the thing about lobbyists without bribe money are useless. Now, a couple of these organizations have hired a lobbyist, and they're fine. You know, they're good lobbyists, right? And they'll keep you informed of what's going on, and that's great. But two things talk: money and votes. I reached out to my state senator's office, and I talked to the person that runs the office, and I gave him a list of several of these legislative bills directly impacting the landlording business, and I asked specifically, how many correspondence this year have you had over, regarding this? 6. 6, that's it. Out of 24 bills, 6. Now, my state senator, the first thing to look at is how much money did I get, and is there any opposition to it? And there's very little opposition, and there's no money because none of these groups are contributing in any substantial way to any of these candidates. I looked at the NADC filings, and none. There's none. The other thing you have to understand about lobbyists as well is they're just the purveyor of the message. This bill is here, this bill is there. We'll let the people know you oppose or support it. That's it. You got to understand they have dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of other clients, and any monies that these groups have paid their lobbyists pale in comparison to what other groups, many times who have the opposite opinion, have paid them. That is something to take into consideration. I've checked the NADC filings. Check it out for yourself. So what does that leave us with? You and me and the rest of the community. See, I don't care. This bill was put on, LB 1038, 268, and the rest of them were put on the docket for a reason. And it's time that we let our state senators know our position, whether we think they're dead or not. We have to be proactive, not reactive, and let them know that we're watching. Even though it's dead today, there's always tomorrow and there's always next year. And we have to let them know as a community that we're here. My point to all of this is politics is always fourth and inches. You always bring in your biggest and best players for every play, because that first down is always an inch away. And failure to get that first down means that you lose. And I don't like to lose. All right, in my next video, I'm going to do LB 268, continuing my series called Keeping You Informed. All right, everybody, thank you.